97 BHT here at the mall at Steamtown. It's the Ralphie Radio Show and Mr. Adam Lambert, who's getting ready to go on a countrywide trek with Orianthi, who I spoke with her. She's super nice, Orianthi.
Yeah,
she's great. Allison Iwahita, I've had her on the show as well a couple times.
She's fantastic. Really, so talented, so like full of life. I love her. She's like my little sister.
And I was going to say, because you've toured with her already and everything with Idols, it's good to have somebody on the road that you know and that you can.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think one of the things that's so great about this tour is my musicians, my dancers, the crew, opening acts, everybody's just really positive and upbeat, and there's no attitude, there's no drama. We're all like good people that just want to get along and have a good time.
Unlike some of the other drama that you've had to face right now outside of your tour, inside the whole thing with this Idol finale.
I know it was so crazy.
The pop eater saying that you skipped a rehersal. I know you issued yours. You said no. They wanted you to be in the crowd.
I didn't skip rehearsal because I wasn't invited to a rehearsal, so there was nothing to skip.
Why didn't Idol release a statement as well confirming
Probably
that?
Because it wasn't a big deal, because there was really nothing to it. They invited their winners to sing to Simon, and then I think a last-minute decision was made that the people that were in the audience that were past contestants would join.
Oh.
So it was kind of like this last-minute thing. That's why I wasn't there, because I didn't know that they were going to go up, and no one told me.
So you don't feel slighted at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. It wasn't a slight at all. I think it was just like a last-minute decision, and I was really busy rehearsing for my tour, and so my schedule kind of conflicted, and then there was, I think my team was trying to make sure everybody knew everything, and they were like, oh, he got sick too, so that's why. And I was sick, but it had nothing to do with me not being there.
I mean, you're one of the more prominent Idol alums. There's not too many Idol alums that have gone. Well, I mean, seriously, I've gone from Idol to this, straight to this, right
crazy.
after.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely insane. I got to interview you right after that too last year, so it was a
wild.
fun time. I have so many people asking me, Adam, why are you kicking off your tour in Wilkes-Barre, PA?
Because it's just so green here. We love it. I don't. This was a great place to start, the Northeast, and we were here before with the Idols tour, and the audience was great. We thought we could relax here for a couple of days, put our final finishing touches on the tour, and get it ready. So here we are.
And the tour is family friendly, you said.
Oh yes, it is very family friendly. It's definitely it doesn't go to the level that the AMA performance went to. If anybody's worried about that,
right.
It's definitely, there's moments that are sexy and whatnot, but it's I would say if you felt that was untasteful, this is tasteful.
I know we spoke right before the interview about how well tickets have sold. Are you surprised at how?
I am. I'm thrilled. I think it's awesome. I'm glad that my fans are going to come, and I hear a lot of them are coming to multiple shows, which is really exciting. Cool. The show is really cool because there's a lot of like visual and emotional through line to it. I really put a lot of thought into why which song happened when. Okay, now we go into this. Why? Because of this emotional kind of story that I'm telling, and basically it kind of mimics what a relationship is. The beginning of the show is a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more about seduction and venturing into the unknown and exploring. And then the middle of the show is about heartbreak, vulnerability, what happens when you don't get what you're after. And then the end of the show, it kind of explores joy and celebration and positivity.
So there's a storyline throughout, kind of like we saw with Kanye and then with Gaga and the Monster Ball.
There's definitely concepts in place. It's kind of dark to light. And then visually we're setting it all in this kind of turn of the century meets modern rock and roll New Orleans kind of energy.
Okay. I'm interested about this because you're doing some theaters, so you got to get super creative if you want to really put on a show, per se.
I mean, my background is in musical theater before I started in music, so I think it's really important for me to tell a story and have costumes and the visual presentation be really, really top-notch.
Do you think the AMA incident served as a rallying cry for your fan base and maybe helped you in a way that you couldn't have thunk before?
I think it's always fun to read into stuff like that on a deeper level, but I think really in actuality the AMA performance was me experimenting with a certain style, a certain energy. The song is about sexuality, and so I was like, well, let's make this about sexuality. And I learned a lot from it. I stand by the performance. I thought it was pretty solid. But I did learn a lot, and I learned that people were like, oh, okay, we're not ready for that yet. I moved
Publicity
forward.
never hurts, though. You know
Yeah,
that.
I mean, hey, why not? Yeah, but it was just me just being sexy, you know, doing what my favorite pop stars have always done, and then I got heat for it. So I was like, okay, I'm learning what my fan base wants, and I'm learning what my limitations are and how
Especially
far
when you're
I
out
can
in the
push.
general public and on national
Yeah,
TV, too.
yeah.
It's not always necessarily your fan base
Right.
who may expect and want that from you.
Right, exactly. And I think too, you know, coming off of a show like Idol, that was like my first television performance, so I think maybe it caught people off guard, you know. But I think, you know what, that was almost a year ago. I think it's like, we're moving forward. You know, that was one performance, one song, and now we're on to the next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of next songs, the next single from For Your Entertainment is If I Had You. Talk about this song a little bit. And
If I Had You is an awesome song. I think it really it really reflects where I'm at personally at the moment, which all my singles have done. It's just been great. For Your Entertainment was about sexuality, and then What Do You Want From Me was kind of the answer, the vulnerability, the question. You know, I'm doing the best I can. Thank you for believing in me. I'm a little scared. And then this song, If I Had You, is all about positivity and connection. It basically says that you can have fame, fortune, and all the lifestyle that goes along with it. But if you're not really connected and there's no love in your life, it means nothing.
Adam Lambert, Ralphie Radio Show. Hey, buddy, good luck with the tour.
Thank
all right?
you. I appreciate
And thank you
it.
for making some time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.